game now. You're going to have to make threes if you're going to be competitive.
It's part of the game.
Yep.
It's a real vital part of the game.
Chandler can't finish from three. Rebound tipped.
You got to get a little more rhythm offensively in getting a shot of three. It's just too impatient. I really believe that. I think a key to winning in college basketball is shot selection and defend as a team. Do a great job defensive transition. You got a formula there where you can get a lot of W's if you execute and make that happen.
Well, neither team hitting their threes here in the first half. Reed Bailey, the 6'10 senior, on the back down. And he just lost it.
That's not the way they want to play. They don't want to. They don't want one-on-one basketball being played. He was outside of his zone right there.
Came in with a good reputation. I mean, Davidson, he was all 11-10.
Zips it up top for Aberdeen. Coming off the national championship with Florida. Drives it in traffic and they'll head to the line again.
Tell you one thing, you got two former Florida players. People like to get guys that have that winning mentality, that feel the excitement of winning. You got Alexis on one side and Aberdeen on the other side, former Gators.
So Denzel Aberdeen, the senior from Orlando, who suffered through a dismal game against Gonzaga. He was 3 for 12 shooting it.
You know, it's amazing. You mentioned Michigan a little bit earlier. Gonzaga beats Kentucky by 35. This blew me away. Did you know that Michigan beat Gonzaga by 40?
I did watch. So Mark Hughes, one of the best coaches in the country.
Should be the Hall of Fame.
He's going to be in there if he not.
Yeah,
He should be.
Kelvin Sampson.
Yeah, Kevin does a hell of a job at Houston.
Hall of Fame.
Yeah. You know, we got some good young coaches. You know, we were talking about John Luca, excuse me, down in Miami.
Oh, he's a rising star.
I think Steve Pearl's going to be a star at Auburn. I mean, obviously, Nate Oates on a roll right now.
Yeah, Lucas. That's John Lucas' son. Good deflection right there.
Raised back to the way. No foul. Wilkerson going for the steal, but commits the personal.
Now, these guys got to put more value on the ball. You know, they're so careless. You got to be careful with the ball. I know that sounds so simple. You got to value the basketball.
Let me ask you this, Charles. You've been a player, you're a top 50 player in the NBA, in the history of the game. You should be so proud of that when you think of all the greats that played. But, you know, you feel maybe the Kentucky kids now putting a lot of pressure on themselves, reading every day. I mean, they see that we haven't beaten this, we haven't beaten the top team in terms of the power conference 5. I wonder how much pressure that puts on them.
Well, they're under tremendous pressure. They're at the University of Kentucky. If you play, depending on what's good, like if you go to Duke, you go to North Carolina, you go to Kansas, UCLA, if you play Alabama or Alabama football, even at Auburn, you know, at Florida, if you play at a blue blood in any sport, there's always going to be tremendous pressure. That was a great pass, great pick and roll. And there's nothing you can do about that. If you choose to go to, when you put this UK thing on, it's a different animal. You put an IU thing on, it's a different animal. And I would tell kids, if you can't handle the pressure, you should not go to one of those schools. Because these people live or die.
Garrison straight on. Rebound tipped out. It'll go the other way.
Yeah. It doesn't hurt going to those schools when they got $22 million in the NIL. Can you imagine if you played
but that actually makes it worse. You can't get paid and lose, Dick.
I'm so frustrated looking at that, Charles. Notre Dame not in there. Notre Dame deserved to be in. 5 weeks in a row, we have a show on ESPN where we give the top 12 teams, make a big thing out of it every Tuesday. Big thing, big show. Here comes the committee. Bottom line is they were all 5 teams in the top 12. And all the sub-bubbles.
I actually agree with you. I thought Notre Dame should have made it. I was disappointed. But you can see it coming in the last couple of polls. They was creeping up on Miami. And my biggest problem with the whole thing, everybody talks about head-to-head. First of all, that was in August. Every coach knows in their mind. First of all, they were very close games at A&M and at Miami.
Yeah,
But Yeah, so, but your team is not the same in August as it is in December. Notre Dame is playing as well as anybody in the country other than Indiana and probably Ohio State. They're playing, and I don't want to leave out the Bulldog. Kirby Smart, that man can really coach.
Tell you one thing, let me say this. I'm living in World War man, because my family eats, sleeps, and drinks during the day. Yeah, but you're talking my language.
Come
on, brother.
We should put Notre Dame in the playoffs just to see Marcus Freeman walk in a suit. Because there's no man in America wearing a suit better than Marcus Freeman when he walks in.
He can absolutely coach.
Man, he can really coach, but he looked good in a suit.
I'm talking about Mendoza, their 33 touchdown passes. Led Indiana to the #1 ranking, a 13-0 record in their first Big Ten championship since 1967.
It's amazing what Coach Cignetti done. What amazing!
I love Cignetti because he talks trash. I love that.
Yeah.
Hey, and it ain't trash if you back it up.
He backs it up. Everything he does.
But Ryan Day does a hell of a job at Ohio State.
I'll tell you one thing, his bank account has went way up from James Madison, I'll tell you that.
And shot clock down to 3 for Indiana. DeVries off the fade. And another miss for him. He's had a cold first half here in Lexington. Low on the run. Bounces for Chandler. Chandler slicing inside. Trying to find some room, but can't lay it in. Garrison again. No.
Oh, he's got to finish that, but they still have him on the offensive boards.
He really hustled there that time, though. He really was tenacious on the glass for them.
That's a huge advantage. They got to take advantage of it, though.
Alexis got nicked up in the first half, stepped out for a little bit with a leg injury, but was not out very long.
Everybody that plays Indiana is going to have to play great perimeter defense. Tonight they're not shooting the ball well. They certainly shot it well against Penn State. And by the way, Penn State today really challenged Michigan State big time. And Coach DeVries had them down at the half like 30 points when they played Penn State.
Indiana with a 15-11 rebounding edge in the first half, under 6 minutes to play.
I think Indiana is very happy with the pace of this game also.
Shot clock factor down to 1. Expiring is a shot. Just got up there off the iron.
Tell you one thing, Kentucky's challenging on shots.
Low. Got a good open look.
He transferred out of Pittsburgh. He's got a bad shoulder.
Doran leaning into one. That missed up.
You know, I've seen one of Indiana's weaknesses. I think their strength is three-point shooting, but one of their weaknesses is bad three-point attempts. You can never be a consistent shooter as a team if you take bad shots. You got to do a much better job of taking better wide-open threes instead of contested threes.
Affection for a long time. Great to have you both side by side. Our storylines, Wilkerson and DeVries, if they don't score, Indiana's going to struggle to beat many teams. They've been able to do it enough this year. They've won 8 out of 10.
Well, number one, I think the pace of the game, number one, you got to give Coach Polk a lot of credit because they're guarding them on the perimeter. But also, every shot they take has been contested. I think they got to do a better job of speeding up the tempo, even though they don't want to play fast. You don't have to play really fast. You have to play a little bit faster, in my opinion, because you just can't come down in the half court. You got look, they all over this kid on the perimeter. He's a heck of a player. Oh, he shouldn't have hesitated. There you go.
Wilkerson knocks down the triple.
Man, don't ever hesitate. If you're open, let it go.
Tell you one thing. You're right, though. Coach Polk's done a great job in getting their attention about defending the three-point shot because Kentucky is really challenged on that three.
Chandler keeps on moving to Scoopno. Rebound tip to Noah. Oh, and he'll draw the foul. We have had 8 ties and 9 lead changes in this one.
Yeah, he cannot hesitate. If you open, let it go.
And once you catch the ball wide open, he hesitated a little bit right there.
Because I think his confidence is down a little bit, in my opinion, because he's missed them. But I think if he's confident, if I'm wide open, I'm going to let it go. Like I said, you can't survive on contested shot in any league, but he's a good shooter, but he just got to take better shots, in my opinion.
Well, I think he comes out, knows the reputation. People watching me. I broke the record in Indiana, 10 threes, and you want to come out and do that. And sometimes you just try to hurry. I I agree with you. Shot selection is the key in basketball.
100%.
He's been a bit under the weather this week. He missed a couple of practices with the flu.
I'll tell you one thing. I want to ask Charles this. Kid from Kentucky, Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, has been unbelievable. I can't believe that record. What is it, 25-1?
Something like that. Let me tell you something.
Can anybody beat that?
Not right now. I mean, Denver Nuggets got a really good team, and so do the Houston Rockets. But let me tell you something. I think the Joker is the best player in the world, but Shea Gilgeous is in that conversation. Because Joker, I love Joker, but Shea, man, the way he's got that team playing, Sam Presti is the best general manager in the NBA right now. He get guys off the street to turn into baby all-stars. But it's the East. I got zero idea who's going to win East. I'm starting to take the Pistons serious because they're 20-5, I think. But right now, if I had to pick a team in the East, I'm going with the New York Knicks.
Yeah, they got talent.
They do.
They got talent. Brunson's unbelievable. But let me say this, though. You know, Shea Gilgeous-Alexander came here. John Calipari recruited him out of Canada. He was not a starter. He was not a starter. And then all of a sudden, he got a chance to play off the bench, did well, got a starting assignment. I think I did the game. And I said, yeah, coming out of that lineup, and it won. Yeah. And he did that. He was not as recruited as some of the kids that came in who were big-time recruits. You weren't a big-time recruit.
I was not. But, you know, one of the problems in our media business right now, Dickie B. Oh, there you go. That's an offensive rebound right there. One of the things that sucks about our job, we have guys who give up on players way too often. Like if a quarterback has a bad year, we call him a bust. And I hate that. Because when guys are 22 years old, I mean, Troy Aikman and Peyton Manning, two of the greatest quarterbacks ever, I think they were like 1-15 their first year. If a quarterback is drafted 1 or 2 or 5 this year, we're going to tell him he sucks after 1 year. Shea Gilgeous is in his prime. Like, it took him a few years because we started drafting kids at 18, 19 years old. They're not, remember they booed Kobe Bryant early in his career. And he's the second best player I've ever seen in my lifetime.
He's pretty good player.
Yeah, yes. But guys on television, our position, I hate when we call guys busts right away after 1 or 2 years. Give these guys 5 or 6 years. And then if you want to call them a bust after that, that's fair. I mean, look at Caleb in Chicago. Last year he struggled. This year they're balling right now.
What about the kid with the coach who just had an Achilles heel? With the Giants, they got rid of him, and he did really well in the transition. Former Duke quarterback.
Yep. Nice pump fake.
And he headed the line, took a pretty good hit.
Yeah, but we shouldn't be judging young players after 1 or 2 years saying they're a bust.
So Indiana with a 1-point lead at Kentucky, just under 4 minutes to play in the first half.